Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Paul, the Canadian Snowman, here once again with some more Hannibal. And yes, on the road to Cannae. How's it pronounced? Cannae. Yeah, I'm guessing. So, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Having a drink, rum and coke. My drink of choice. It's Friday night. I'm off work tomorrow. So, yes. So, cheers to everybody. Cheers. I guess I got a drink. But yeah, so Road to Cannae. I've heard a lot of talk about this in the comments. Like everyone says it's been pretty epic. So I have high hopes for this upcoming battle. And, it's more than one part, so that's pretty amazing in itself. So I'm really looking forward to this battle. This is the road to there, so I'm guessing this is just to lead up and kind of getting everyone's pieces in place and kind of showing us you know, which pieces are going to be part of this battle. Are the Scipio brothers coming back for this battle? I'm not sure because they have their own issues of their own over there, but they might need Rome might need their expertise against Hannibal. Because I know like Hannibal, he's just he's got their numbers right now, and I don't know because with the rotating like of the generals and stuff, it's just very like unpredictable. I find it's like because you have one officer, you're trying to kind of figure out what they're gonna do, and then things flip, and so it'll be definitely interesting to see how this plays out. Hannibal spies to see if they're back at it again. To kind of figure out maybe a good battleground for. Oh, I guess it's never mind. The battleground's Cannae. But anyways, we're looking forward to this, guys. I guess we can go ahead and jump right in. Please hit the like and subscribe button, please, and thank you. And yeah, I guess we'll just jump right into this, guys. Woohoo! Appreciate all the support. Dun, dun, dun. That's what I say. Oh yeah, but the poll, it was pretty even on what kind of history we all like modern, medieval, ancient. I'm the kind of guy I like all history, but I kind of like as long as it's like before like tanks and planes, like before the 1900s, when like before like machine guns, like anytime before that, that's the stuff I find most interesting. But all history is interesting, but I guess because I think there's more mystery maybe involved because there wasn't like cameras. So I don't know. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna jump into this Hannibal, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. I am. And yeah, it seems like a few episodes left. It's kind of depressing when I get to it. I really enjoy these series, but it's not really the end of it, right? Because they're not done the series. I heard someone in the comments said they're not done this series. Maybe you guys can let me know. I think I've seen a couple of you might have been saying that it's not done yet, which I know it kind of sucks that we can't finish it. Come on, that's really cool, right? We get to draw this out and get kind of relive it after they come out with new episodes. So that's always awesome. Man, I've been talking a lot for this intro. Right, I hope you guys don't mind. Anyways, let's jump into it, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe below, everybody, please, and thank you. Oh yeah, also I just did the Lebanon geography now because my geography now series, and they brought up Carthage because that Lebanon this was a part of Carthage so it was kind of cool how that kind of like overlapped with what I'm doing now. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So definitely check out that video. A lot of cool history from Lebanon. But anyways, let's try to jump into this, guys. 3, 2, 1, bam. There he is, right there.
It is August 2nd, 216 BC. Somewhere in the hills south of the river Aufidius, two figures could be seen creeping through the undergrowth, surrounded by the sounds of the forest. Accompanied by his father, a young boy was learning to hunt. Spotting their prey, the father whispered, Nature is to be feared as much as it is to be revered, and glory awaits those who temper it. Now you will become a man. As the boy trained his bow, the deer jolted and ran off. The pair looked around to see what startled the animal. As their ears perked up, screams. The sound of screams in the distance caught their attention. To their amazement, just beyond the brush in the plain below, taking place was what seemed like an enormous battle near the town of Cannae. I'm happy to say that for this video we partnered up with Backblaze, a secure online backup service that's streamlined for beginners. As their longtime user, Backblaze is my absolute favorite because of their strategy to keep everything simple. Are backed up securely.
Hold on a second here. Hold on. What happened to that battle? Like, they just, like, cut away? Hold on a second.
Hannibal, now spending his second winter in Italy.
Oh, man. Come on. I was into that, man. That was, like, mysterious. I was trying to figure who they were talking about. Like, I was wondering if that was, like, Hannibal and like, his father. Maybe the Scipio brothers, but it was just, like, I guess, a random duo there that happened to look over and see a giant battle going on. Cannae, I guess that obviously that's whatever the battle is to come. But man, that was kind of a cool visual. And I was like, damn, this is totally different from History March, man. History March, like picking their game up, man. Their game was already high, but man, they're going to another level here. So that was the visual there. That was pretty awesome, and then the battle. What a big teaser, right, man? Like the foreshadowing, man. Good job, History of March, man. That was cool. I like that. I like it. Anyways.
Hannibal, now spending his second winter in Italy, was commanding an undefeated army that inflicted losses on the Romans more severe than those suffered in the First Punic War, destroying several armies, marching across Italy at will, pillaging and setting the rich countryside ablaze, seemingly unopposed. Rome's scorched earth tactics of the year prior, intended to starve Hannibal's army, hadn't succeeded. His unchallenged presence in Italy was a humiliation for the Republic, and, at least politically, successes in Spain and Sicily were mere consolations. But Fabius's dictatorship, despite failing in its primary objective, provided Rome time to recover and oversaw the rebuilding of the field army, now under temporary command of Servilius and Regulus.
Oh yeah.
However,
we're switching captains leaders here. I don't know why the Senate, I don't get it, like he's delaying. Like I don't understand when Fabius was saying this plan, I guess maybe he didn't tell the Senate the plan, but like, hey, like guys, like that we starve them out. The longer they're here, the less that they the better it is for us. And I guess the Senate, it just because you guys said that, like, to be part of this Senate, I know you guys said that to be part. I think you guys said that, I guess, to be some kind of like a leader in Rome, you had at least 10 years in the army, right? I've seen some comments on that, and so you think they would know something about, I guess, warfare. I guess they're just not familiar with this kind of warfare, but I don't know, man. Do you think they could respect their leader and what they were doing? Because he was succeeding. I guess people just want something now. They don't want to wait to get it. That everything's now. And I guess back then with the Senate, it was no different. Patience, man. It's like you want perfection, you gotta wait on it, man. So, anyways, I'm sorry, guys. I've been drinking a little bit.
Temporary command of Servilius and Regulus. However, feeling the economic impact of Hannibal's operations and fearing defections from its allies, during the winter, the Senate mobilized the Republic's resources. 2 new consuls, Lucius Aemilius Paulus and Gaius Terentius Varro, would hold joint command over the largest army Rome had ever put to field, with troops assembled and trained across Italy over the coming months. As recruits were organized into legions, commanding officers appointed, drills conducted, and oaths taken, a sense of trust developed between the men and their leaders, gradually building a confident and effective force that was grimly determined to destroy the Carthaginian army in Italy in 216 BC. 8 over-strength legions, each numbering 5,000 troops, were raised. 40,000 Roman infantry and 2,400 cavalry would form the core of the massive army. Along with each legion, there would be an equal number of allied infantry, 40,000 in total, along with around 4,000 cavalry. All told, a host nearly 87,000 strong was assembled.
Damn. How much for Hannibal?
A third of the Senate would serve in the army for the campaign of 216 BC, while most of the remaining senators sent their sons or relatives to join the legions.
Man, that's how you know, like, Hannibal, like, how close Hannibal is getting, like, the senators getting involved, their family members getting involved, like, this is like a last stand, basically for Rome. Like, they're, like, throwing out all the stops. Like, they know that they're dealing with, like, a genius here, that they're dealing with, that, like, Hannibal and Carthage is not to be messed with. Like, they have to stop messing around, and they have to, like, get together and, like, put an end to this, because they know how close he is to kind of taking over right now. And it just shows with how many people are joining the army and everything, and how they're kind of finally taking, like, Hannibal seriously. I mean, I think they always did, but I don't think they really knew how good he was. They thought, oh, eventually we'll get him. Eventually, we'll send this guy after him. He'll get him. And then, but, like, loss after loss after loss was building up, and they're getting scared, man. They're like, he's on the doorstep. We got to do something about it. And they're doing something about it. They're raising a lot of people, and they're sending even their own senators themselves in there. That's how big this is getting. So this is big.
While most of the remaining senators sent their sons or relatives to join the legions. A very large number of equestrians, the Roman aristocracy, also joined, and numerous distinguished men served as military tribunes or as war counselors to one of the consuls. Of the appointed tribunes, 4 would go on to become consuls, while 3 out of 4 praetors that were elected that year were all former consuls themselves, with some of them having held field commands in previous wars. These were experienced men who reached maturity in the First Punic War, whose honor and tradition bound them to offer their services to Rome, realizing that the very idea of Roma Eterna was now in jeopardy.
Exactly.
For Hannibal, being in hostile territory and supplying an army of some 50,000 soldiers and 10,000 cavalry horses, as well as servants, wives, and camp followers, was a never-ending problem that dictated the activities of a network of foraging parties and movements of the army.
That's something that I think doesn't get brought up enough. When, I guess, like, his history and wars and stuff, like, you gotta feed all these people. It's not like you can just, like, place an order on Amazon. I don't know, or you just have your groceries delivered, or send someone down to the grocery store, man. You gotta get this food from somewhere, and that's a lot of mouths to feed. And like you said, you could have an army of 100,000 men, but if you can't feed them, man, your army is gonna evaporate. So I don't think that's brought up enough when it comes to, like, history and stuff like that. And Hannibal's in foreign territory, and he's got to feed his people. No matter what he's got to do, he's got to feed them. And obviously, Rome's trying to cut off, like, all as much as possible. And Hannibal's kind of has to be the one to push the because he's the one in the foreign land and he needs food, but he doesn't have the luxury of sitting back there and kind of like waiting. He has to push it because Rome. Well, they'll let him sit back there all day long because they'll know he wasn't around at food. But anyways, sorry. You know me, I ramble on.
Dictated the activities of a network of foraging parties and movements of the army. But thanks to Hannibal's logistical mindset, enough provisions were gathered at Geronium to last around 6 months, from late autumn 217 until spring of 216 BC. And now the year's crops were ripe enough to be harvested by his troops during campaign season. In early June, Hannibal left his winter quarters, descending from the Apennines into the fertile region of Apulia, with the Roman army following at a distance. After observing Hannibal's activities for several months, the 2 temporary consuls were asking for instructions from the Senate, now that the Carthaginians were on the move again, explaining that staying close to the enemy could force them into a battle. The Senate instructed them to wait until consuls Paulus and Varro arrived with their legions.
Okay.
This allowed the Carthaginian army to pillage their way through Apulia. For a 3rd year in a row, Hannibal continued his campaign of violence to demonstrate Rome's inability to defend itself and its allies, in the hope that the continued perception of the Republic's weakness would cause defections and rebellions among its allies in southern Italy. Therefore, seeking a decisive battle against Hannibal was a logical decision for the Romans. Prior defeats had not yet diminished their spirit, and their resources were sufficient to continue the war.
Right.
Upon joining the 2 temporary consuls, Paulus and Varro led the combined force south along the coastal plain to confront Hannibal. The 2 Roman commanders carefully scouted the route ahead, with riders patrolling the open country north of the river Aufidius to ensure that no ambush against them could succeed. But the Romans too faced logistical challenges. Supplying 87,000 men, their mounts and pack animals, was immensely problematic, and maneuvering a force of that size in close vicinity of the enemy presented further challenges. The clouds of dust thrown up by the massive marching column was visible up to 10 kilometers away.
Wow.
Meanwhile, after raiding Apulia for about 7 weeks, Hannibal was considering his next move.
Like 10 kilometers, man. Just think about where you live right now and how far that is away. That is pretty far away, and you're seeing that because your horses are picking up dust. That's insane because when I think about a fire, you can see smoke that far away, but to have like dust kicked up, man, that's pretty crazy right there, guys. Man, I like how they put stuff in perspective like that,
7 weeks, Hannibal was considering his next move. His scouts must have informed him of the large force he would have to face, and he knew that a Roman victory in a single battle could stop his invasion and end any hopes of winning the war. Without any allies in southern Italy, if his army was dealt even a limited defeat, it would have been difficult for it to survive, too far from its bases in Spain and the tribes of Cisalpine Gaul, where supplies could be drawn from. Any significant losses of men in battle couldn't be replaced, and would diminish Hannibal's ability to plunder the countryside and wage war on the Romans. This would have resulted in lower rations and lack of payment for the troops, which would have certainly caused some of the contingents to lose heart and desert. Another rumor circled in Rome that Hannibal drew up a contingency plan, in case of defeat, to abandon the army and flee north with his cavalry, in the hope of cutting his way to Cisalpine Gaul. Whether or not this was true is impossible to say, but by mid-July Hannibal captured the town of Cannae. While it wasn't the wealthiest nor largest settlement in the area and was now abandoned, Having suffered in the last year's campaign, Cannae was used by the Roman army as a supply depot. Capturing it, along with gathering the produce from the surrounding area, secured plentiful provisions for the troops, which reduced the need to forage for some time. For the next several weeks, the Carthaginian general sat and waited for the Romans. Situated on a hilltop, Cannae was a good vantage point, overlooking the flat plain in the direction from which the Roman army would come.
Well, so far I think it's good that because he gets to choose the battlefield, Hannibal, because he's outnumbered. He's a long way from home, so it's just a good thing that he gets to choose the battlefield. He's got the height advantage. I wonder if Navy is going to come into this. I haven't talked about boats or anything, but they're on the water right here, and I know that there's not cannons and stuff, but that'd be interesting. I wonder how are they going to be? Can they get behind Hannibal, like to surround him? Like, okay, I'm really curious here. But man, this is setting up to be awesome. Like there's no surprises here. Rome is figuring out, about the ambushes and stuff. So they're not going to be dumb and they're not going to take Hannibal. Like, they're going to look at everything. So I don't think ambush is going to be a thing here. I think it's going to be tactics and like where you put your men against who and all that stuff. I guess I should finish the video here first, but you know what I'm saying.
Situated on a hilltop, Cannae was a good vantage point, overlooking the flat plain in the direction from which the Roman army would come. One of the Carthaginian officers by the name of Gisgo nervously commented on the size of the enemy army. Undoubtedly, he wasn't the only one in the Carthaginian army that was intimidated by the size of the Roman host.
If you're going to be intimidated by it, man, that's already, man, I feel like you've already lost. I mean, or at least think that. Do not, because you can't convey that to your men, man. If your men doubt you, I mean, you've already lost the battle. I mean, because then they're like, oh my God, our leaders don't, are scared, man. What's going to happen here, man? So I sure hope that doesn't come off to their, their warriors and stuff, man. Because you're going to fight for someone who someone believes in you and thinks they can win. They're going to fight a lot harder for you, knowing that victory, is there. So that's kind of sucks. Gisgo, come on, man. I know Hannibal might have those like negative thoughts, but he's got a war to win. He's worried about other things and trying to concentrating his attention on how to win this battle and stuff instead of worrying about what can happen. Like, hey, you gotta do your best and try to forget about that and try, I don't know, rally the troops and get a game plan going. Man, there's no time to doubt yourself right now, man. I know there's a lot of people there, dude, but get your act together.
In the Carthaginian army that was intimidated by the size of the Roman host. But, ever the master of mind games, Hannibal wittily remarked, "The thing that has escaped your notice is that, although there are so many of them, there is not one among them called Gisgo," thereby bolstering the confidence of the men and diffusing the tension into laughter.
There we go.
Although there was nothing stopping the Carthaginian general from continuing south, where more plunder could have been taken, he was aware that the Romans were coming and that he could not be perceived as trying to avoid battle, for no community in southern Italy would defect to his side if he lacked confidence in defeating Rome.
Exactly.
At Cannae, Hannibal's objective was to meet and destroy the Romans.
Those music, man. Woo! That's it, guys. Oh, man. If that doesn't get you pumped, I don't know what will. This is exciting stuff. Like, come on, guys. Like, where else are you going to find this kind of, like, awesomeness, like, battle? I mean, come on. This is exciting stuff. I mean, like, this beats, like, any kind of TV show you can watch, man. Like, this is, like, history. It's real. And just the attention to detail in these videos and just the music, and come on, it's like watching like a real life kind of like show. I don't know. I don't know. I get excited. Come on, you guys, you guys in the comments, you gotta get excited too. And like I said, this series is about Hannibal. I root for Hannibal. I'm sorry. I know some of you, I know are more on the Roman side, but come on, you gotta appreciate, because I like it, just like history in general. You got man. Hannibal's pretty awesome with what he's done so far, and I still don't know what else he's gonna do. I mean, a lot of you already know history and all that stuff, so but this is exciting because you got Roman and Carthage, two amazing histories, two amazing armies with amazing leaders, and now we're about to jump into like apparently to you guys one of the both biggest battles in history, and so this is pretty awesome stuff, guys. Man, I know I'm not gonna say I hope I know I'm gonna enjoy this battle because just because of what you guys say, so I'm really looking forward to it. I hope, oh, excuse me. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Please hit that like button, subscribe button if you haven't yet. That way, we get the more you like it, the more I think it gets pushed up in like the YouTube algorithm, and the more people that get to watch this kind of stuff kind of get to join the kind of community because it's very awesome to see other people's point of views in the chat and see like cordial conversation, with different points of views and all that stuff. And that's really nice to see. People from different walks of life in different countries, uh, getting together to kind of like watch something that you're interested in and just getting different points of views. You guys know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be all sappy or anything, and I'm sorry, but that's kind of cool, man. This because how the community is. So, man. So, my friends, I will see you tomorrow. And I guess we're starting the battle tomorrow, guys, right? Says battle Cannae opening move, opening move. So we're gonna get our armies in position here. Uh, we'll see what Hannibal has up his sleeve. We'll see what Rome has up their sleeves. So, but I'm really excited. I'm still rambling on. Anyways, guys, peace. Catch you guys in future videos. You guys are awesome. Catch you, my friends, tomorrow. Always a blast. Have you around. Always a blast. See your thoughts in the comments. But anyways, peace. Catch you guys in future videos. Thanks for watching.